Hi there. I'm dividing one of our bearded iris plants, so I thought I'd give you a peek behind the scenes at what that looks like. This one's called Smith Rock, really pretty variety. If you're looking for bearded iris rhizomes, we have them listed in the Little Farmhouse Flower Shop. Comment garden on this post and I'll send you a link. If you're a wholesale buyer, like a flower farmer, you can find them listed at Ampersand Bulb Co. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and clear off the old stalks and cut down the fan foliage. This makes the process a lot easier. And it's something that you do for bearded iris in the fall anyways, so that there's less instance of disease. Bearded iris like to be planted on the shallow side. They're prone to rot. So we want to clear away any dead extra foliage before the winter comes. One of the biggest mistakes people make with them is they plant them too deep. They just don't like that. So they're also not great in wet areas. You have dry, sandy soil, they'll be happy there. Or for us, we plant them a little higher up in our beds so that they get some elevation and better drainage. All right, now that I've got this all cleaned up, I'm going to go ahead and dig in with my shovel and lift out this clump or part of this clump and show you what the rhizome looks like. All right, there we go. This is part of the plant. And I'm going to divide it into sections that have a fan with leaves. Those are kind of like the younger growth that's ready to go. So let's just clear this off. You can see this rhizome. This larger part here is an older rhizome, and then you have the smaller ones that are coming off of it. So when I'm dividing this and I want to make new plants, I'll take my clippers and I'll just separate off those parts. This one's a little bit too small for sale. It'll get there eventually. This is what I'm looking for. A piece that has had about 3 leaves, has some nice roots. Something just like that. Let's see, here's another good one. Really nice. So at least 3 leaves. Cut them down. This is a really nice new root to be divided and separated elsewhere. The initial rhizome was planted here about 3 years ago, and now the plant is divisible probably into about 20 more plants. So they're pretty quick in terms of their production. And they're so beautiful in bloom. I'm excited to have more of these blooming in the future. Late summer and early fall is the right time to plant rhizomes. So these are shipping now. Bearded iris like to have a period to settle in before it gets really cold. So while they are very cold hardy, it's a good idea to plant them on the earlier side if you can, so that they'll settle in and have a higher likelihood of blooming for you in the spring. They won't be the most productive in their first season, but after that, they'll be pumping out blooms. These 2 parts are a little small. I'm going to leave them, I think, connected to this larger piece, the toe, and let them grow on like that for a little bit longer. I won't divide them this season. All right, there's the rest of the clump. Nice and big. I'm just going to go around and keep dividing. As the iris grows, it sort of develops a ring-shaped pattern. You'll start to see that there's no real growth in the middle. That's when you know it's time to divide them. In the beginning of this piece, of this toe, you can see there was a stalk here. That stalk flowered. There's a new rhizome starting on this side and another new one starting on this side. So in the future, these will be divisible. they'll become their own plants. For now, this will stay together. So many good parts. So I'm gonna go and grab a crate to collect my pieces here, and I'm gonna plant some of them right back into this spot so that they can continue to produce beautiful flowers for us in years to come. Let me know if you have any questions, and don't forget to label your bearded iris when you plant them or when they're blooming in the spring, because after the flowers die back, you won't be able to tell them apart.